Have you ever wanted to start a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily and then distribute it everywhere and even earn money doing what you love. All in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit episodes right from your phone or computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Now, what's really cool is video podcasts are also now available on Spotify. And if you want to be taken seriously on social media, you need to have a video presence. And what better way to do that by connecting with people via your video episodes? With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's all totally free with no catch whatsoever. And ever since we discovered Spotify for Podcasters here on Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt, we are easily releasing new episodes and distributing them to multiple platforms, and it's never been easier. We highly recommend you give it a try. You can download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started. It takes time to establish behavior change and lifestyle change and to learn what works and what doesn't work and to unlearn all these fucking bad behaviors that we have around health, nutrition, and weight loss and mindset.
And what good does it do you to give up on yourself? You know, just because the scale went up, you're like, I'm just going to give up. Okay. Time's going to pass by anyway. You're just going to fucking give up. I mean, how does that? Why?
Yeah.
Why do you want to do that to yourself? You're going to give up on your health?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because of a fucking scale? Because of a piece of plastic?
You're going to give up on your health and having a better life and a better quality of life and improving your longevity because the scale just has not been cooperating with you.
You're going to tell your kid just to give up because they got an F on a test or something, you know?
Yeah,
you're like, oh, fuck it, you're a failure. Why bother?
Yeah, you're hopeless. There's nothing you can do.
Right?
That's it. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. No, you wouldn't say that to your kid, so you need to stop saying that to yourself.
Welcome to Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt, the world's #1 no bullshit health and fitness podcast.
Are you ready to cut the crap with your diet and exercise, get strong as fuck, and build a healthy relationship with food? Then you've come to the right place.
Let's go. If you'd like to support us in the podcast, join our Patreon where you get exclusive content, which consists of monthly workouts you can do at home or at the gym, monthly challenges that are either strength, habit, or mindset based, and access to over 100 plus low-calorie, high-protein, family-friendly meals. These are all designed by a professional chef who is certified in nutrition. These recipes are already in MyFitnessPal for easy fucking tracking. New recipes are also added each week.
We believe that fitness is for everyone, so this is our way of getting you started on your health and fitness journey at a price most everyone can afford. So what the fuck are you waiting for? We'll see you in the Patreon. All right,
Matt!
Beth, we're fucking back.
We're back. Back in black. We have not talked to each other in so long. Matt has been MIA. He's been in Hawaii living his best life, and I have been in Arizona.
Much needed downtime and just getting our shit together, really, right?
Yeah.
Ending the year, crushing our goals, and setting new goals for the new year.
We just sat down and just wrote out our goals. Do you guys do that? I'm asking the audience.
Hopefully you're nodding your head yes, or like fuck yeah, we set our goals.
Start setting your intentions and writing out your goals for this next coming year.
Start thinking about that shit now. Don't come on January 1st and then start like, oh, I'm just going to lose 30 pounds. Like that. Don't set that for your goal this year. Okay. And we're going to do a separate episode about setting New Year's resolutions.
We are.
What I just said with the weight loss thing, like we have seen an influx of people worried about just that fucking number on the scale.
Yeah, you guys, it's been intense. My group coaching, you guys, I love you. My clients, we love you. Our followers, we fucking love you. But you guys are obsessed with that scale number. I just don't. How many times have you guys heard me and Matt? I'm asking a question again. Hopefully you're nodding your head.
Start taking notes, guys.
Yeah, talking about the scale. You guys have heard us a million fucking times, but yet, you still let it rule your life.
You're letting it ruin your fucking day, your week, your month, or even your year.
You act like you didn't make any progress because the scale went up 3 pounds one day.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking insane. Okay. Slap yourself in the face right now. Get your shit together. Okay. Snap the fuck out of it.
We got our own soundboard. I'll just slap myself in the face and snap my fingers.
Just slap himself.
But
all right,
seriously,
so let's get serious here, though.
Yes, guys, there's so much more to health and fitness than that number on the scale. That is the only thing that is an indicator for your relationship with gravity, how much force you're putting down on the earth. That's really it, if you think about it like that. And while weight loss, if that's a goal of yours, is cool. Like, obviously, if you want to lose fat, you're probably going to end up losing weight as a result of that. But you can lose fat as well without losing weight. And I think people really struggle with that concept of like, what do you mean I can lose fat and not lose weight? I just want to lose weight. But like, listen here, if you want to lose weight, stop listening to if you only just care about losing weight, stop listening to our podcast right now, because we are not the podcast for you. We are not here to teach you how to just lose weight, because weight doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. And I shouldn't say it doesn't mean anything, but you're putting too much weight on your weight, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Your weight is the least interesting thing about you.
It really is.
On your grave, it's not going to say died at 198 pounds. She wanted to be less, but she didn't. So she failed. Now she's done. She's bye-bye. Do you think anybody's going to fucking even care about your weight?
You're not going to remember. You're not going to give a shit what you weighed on this day 5 years from now. You're not. 10 years from now. But some things that you might be caring about are the memories you made on this day. You might be caring 5 years from now your overall health status, because you stopped focusing on the number on the scale and you just took charge and actually focused on improving your health and being stronger physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all encompassing. There are so many ways to measure progress.
Yeah. And I think what you guys don't realize is that once you start focusing on your health more than the scale, you actually will lose fat.
It seems like not an oxymoron, but it almost seems like a contradiction, right? Like, what do you mean? Stop focusing on the scale and focus on health, and then I'll lose weight. It's weird, but it's true. A lot of you
self-sabotage. You get on that scale, and because it didn't go the way you want it to go, you think you fucked up. So then you start eating like an asshole again, and the cycle fucking continues. I see it all the time. And
that's a mindset issue. That is literally that all or nothing thinking and those self-sabotaging behaviors. You're throwing in the towel. Fuck it. I quit. I went up 5 pounds today. I was 5 pounds less yesterday. And not even realizing the fact that maybe you're up 5 pounds is because you are stressed beyond all belief.
Right.
Your body's inflamed. Your cortisol's through the roof, and you're holding on to water retention, or holding on to a lot of water. So, if you manage your stress levels and work on managing your stress levels, you can lose weight as a result of that,
Right.
Focusing on our lifestyle changes and the basic foundation shit that we've been talking about for the last, year and plus on this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. So Beth, why is the scale not necessarily the best indicator to determine progress?
Because it does fluctuate all the time.
Why does it fluctuate?
Oh God, stress, poop, hormones, water weight, you just worked out, inflammation, so many different fucking things. I mean, I could just drink a glass of water right now and the scale will go up.
Yeah. I can go take a poop and I'll lose weight. Did I lose fat?
Right.
No.
Right. Yeah. And it doesn't matter. Like, this is what I hear all the time. Okay. I ate really well yesterday or this week, and I was on track, and I just don't understand why the scale didn't go down and it went up. It's like, because that's what it fucking does. Once you actually track the data daily, not once a week. Okay. Because if you weigh in once a week, you may weigh in on a day that your weight spikes. You have nothing else to look at for data. That's like, if you own a business, are you just going to look at the sales on a Monday and not the rest of the week? How are you going to know how you're doing? You have nothing to compare it to.
Maybe Monday's just a bad sales day for you. And if
you're
only
like,
using
oh my God, my business is failing. My business sucks. Yeah. You didn't look at the other sales days. You did really well on Thursday, but you didn't see that because you didn't fucking, measure it. Okay. Where was I going? It's lost track. I was on a roll. So
it's averages. It's data.
Yeah. Data. So this is why it's important to weigh every day. No, it's not obsessive. We're teaching you how the scale works, and this is how you figure it out. And then you track that weight in an app like Happy Scale, MyFitnessPal. I think Lose It has a spot where you can track your weight, and that shows a graph. You want to see over time what the graph is doing, and it's going to have squiggly lines all over the place, but it's going to go in a certain direction.
Mountains and valleys. Yeah.
If you have fat loss, it's going to start up and down towards, the bottom. It's going to go in a downward direction. If you are not losing weight and you're gaining, it's going to go the up way. But this is over time. Like, give yourself at least 30 days to accurately see if it's working. And also photos and measurements, because fat loss doesn't always reflect on the scale.
It really, especially if you're doing what we recommend, which is strength training.
Yes.
then the body measurements become even more important, because you could absolutely be losing fat and building muscle at the same time. And that's going to have a neutral effect. It's going to be a net nothing. You're going to gain 1 pound of muscle and lose 1 pound of fat, but you just lost no weight.
Right.
But you gained 1 pound of muscle and you lost 1 pound of fat. That's a positive of 2 pounds right there. Really, if you think about it.
I feel like photos are like the number one teller of change.
Yeah, and people struggle with photos, and I get it. I get it, because you don't like what you're seeing. But we're doing these things because we want you to take the emotion out of this process. If you can understand that we need to be looking at this logically and take the fucking emotions out of it, the emotions are what's making you spin your wheels. Like Beth was saying earlier, you see the scale go up one day and then you slash all your tires because you got one flat tire.
Right. I mean, trust, I used to be exactly the same way. I didn't always have a healthy relationship with the scale at all. I would be one of those people that would go on it like probably a few times a day,
multiple times
myself
a day,
all throughout the day. And then if the scale went up, I would fucking starve myself. I did the same thing.
I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
literally
real. I get it. We're not like undermining your thought process about the scale.
Beth, this was probably 10 years ago now, when I was really trying to lose weight. The way I would operate, I would weigh myself once in the morning, once in the afternoon, like middle of the day, and then once in the evening. And that determined how much food I ate the rest of the day. And I was like, okay, I know that if I weigh this amount at the end of the day, I'm going to lose X amount of weight overweight. So that means I can only eat this amount of food. And that was in the worst part of my fucking relationship with food and my body, and how much I hated my body, because I was treating my body like shit, because I was looking at the scale and like, okay, so today I was 198. That means I can only eat one meal that has like not that much. I used to look at it as food having weight as well. Like I was like, oh, that's a pound right there,
Right.
That was a really fucking toxic, because I knew like, oh, that food, like these tacos, right? These tacos are going to make me gain weight. Well, yeah, they're going to make me gain weight if I don't normally eat that way, because I'm just going to be eating more sodium and carbohydrates and things like that. That's what we need you to understand, is like when Beth talks about learning how the human body works, that's just a fucking part of the process. Carbohydrates get a negative rap because
carbohydrate.
Hydrate. What does that mean?
Think of the fucking word that's
carbohydrate.
Carbohydrate.
It's pulling water into our
and that's not bad, you guys. And how do I get rid of the water? Stop.
You fucking don't.
You don't take fucking water pills. I've had people ask me this too. They're trying to get rid of the water weight. It's like, oh my fucking God, drink water. You're okay. Like, that's crazy. I used to do the same thing. Get some water pills. No.
Oh God, I've done that. And that's what fat burners essentially do, or thermogenics are usually what fat burners consist of. And you're just going to be sweating your dick off, and you're going to feel like shit, and you're going to be shaky and anxious. You like that one?
Sweating your dick off. Okay.
Or your, I don't know, whatever, your tatas, whatever you've got.
Sweating your poppies off. I don't even know what the fuck word I just said.
I don't know either. You guys let us know. At least we're having fun with this one.
Oh my God,
that's a good point. Have fun with the shit that you're doing too. Yeah. Have fun.
Be where you are.
Be where you are, not where you're not. Focus. You're losing it over there.
I am. Okay.
Yes. Body measurements for sure you should be taking body measurements if you're on any type of a health and fitness journey. If your goal is change your body, change the way your body looks and feels, you should definitely be taking, I would say that's more important than the scale.
Mm-hmm.
I can lose weight easily. I can lose weight so easily, but I know it's not fat. And really that's the excessive fat is really what we're concerned about. That's what makes us unhealthy. It's not an excess of water that's making us healthy or unhealthy, And also, in terms of water weight, I hear that all the time. Is like, how do I get rid of water weight? Well, first of all, you don't, but also drinking more water actually can encourage your body to flush water weight too, because it's just no longer thinking that it needs that excess water. Yeah.
So I think we should talk about okay, what's a good teller that you are losing fat, right? So if you're listening and you're like, well, how do I tell if I'm losing fat then? Okay. Well, I think there's a few, probably three things, 3 or 4 you should look at. And okay, give yourself 30 days. And this is not a couple week process here.
It's not. If you can't give it 30 days at a minimum, you're in for a very rude awakening.
And
because
please don't ask
nothing good happens in less than 30 days when it comes to your health and fitness. Okay.
Right.
At this point, you haven't even been consistent for 30 days. So you need to start with that.
Yeah. And you don't need to fucking slash your calories yet. Okay. So as soon as you see the scale spike, I do not want you to cut your calories. I see that a lot too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Stop. So let's go down the list of like, okay, say you're starting a fat loss journey. I want you to do like these, starting with 3 things. Get a notebook.
What are we using the notebook for?
We are going to write down our measurements.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can
we're going to take those
your notes
weekly.
on your phone, whatever you want to do, wherever you can keep them and go back to them. I use a notebook because I'm almost 50 years old and that's how I grew up. So
nothing. I mean, old school pen and paper. Absolutely. Yeah. There's lots of apps out there for that too. It doesn't matter how you track it. Just track it some way.
Yeah. So take your measurements. Take your measurements around your chest, the smallest part of your waist, your hips, your thighs, and sometimes I do my biceps.
I usually do biceps as well. Yeah, especially if we're doing strength training.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that would be the number one thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to say agree. Like a number 2.
And we should be doing those. I recommend weekly. Is that what you recommend as well for body measurements?
I do either biweekly or monthly.
Oh, do you? Okay. Gotcha. Cool. So it's different for everybody. Has different ways of doing it, but if I don't see them weekly from my clients, it's not the end of the world. So, okay. So number 2, I would say how our clothes are fitting. I think it was Kim Schlaga came on our podcast and was talking about having a pair of pants that are non-stretchy pants. So have one pair of clothes that you use as kind of like your measurement. So if those pair of clothes, the pair of pants are fitting looser after a couple of weeks, you're losing fat. You might not see that in the scale, but you're losing fat.
Yep. I would say a third thing would be taking photos.
Yes.
And we're talking about photos in the same place with the same, I'd say a bathing suit or a sports bra and shorts. If you're a male, just shorts. Mm-hmm. And you take those once a month.
The same
I agree. Spot, the same lighting, the same fucking
same outfit. Time of day.
Keep them in your phone. No one's going to look at them, right? And then download an app that has like I think, what is mine? It's like a photo editor where I can do the side by sides. And then
you could use something like Layout. I think there's an app called Layout out there where it makes it very easy for you to do those side by sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one I have is called Layout.
And we want to take progress pictures from the front, from the side, and from the back monthly. And then you compare those month to month. And what I really like to do is after you've been doing it for a few months is take your first round of pictures and compare them to your most recent pictures. Because that can be a really big eye opener right there.
Yep.
Because maybe you don't see it from month to month, but I promise you'll see it from month 1 to month 6.
Oh yeah. Like month 1 and month 2, you're going to be like, I don't see much. Well, probably not. It's only a month, you guys. It doesn't happen overnight. Okay. Exactly. So once you get into the more months, you're going to see more. So be patient.
Yes, be patient and consistent. That's really the name of the game. We literally talk about this every episode.
Yep. And then I would really suggest tracking your weight daily. Okay, if you have an unhealthy relationship with the scale and it's really gonna if you really are like, I can't do it, I just don't weigh it all then.
Yeah.
No.
It really
not
is.
This one day a week bullshit.
Yeah. As much as we talk about this all or nothing approach to health and fitness, when it comes to weighing yourself, it really needs to be all or nothing. Because of what you said earlier, there's going to be fluctuations. So when we track it every single day, you're able to spot those fluctuations. You can be like, oh, look, for some reason on the 10th of the month, my weight spikes up and then it does that for a couple of days and then it starts going back down. You wouldn't know that if you're not collecting that data every day. Then you can look at that and be like, well, what's going on the 10th of the month? Why am I just consistently spiking on that time of the month? Well, maybe if you're a female, that's when you're having your period, right? And so you're going to gain some weight there. With all my female clients, we know because we track the data. We're like, oh, look, the scale weight went up. Why is that? Oh, because, you're having your period right now. So absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the 30 days, collect all your data because now you have all this stuff to collect, right? You have photos, you have measurements, and you have your scale weight. Okay. If any of those are going down, any of that, it could be maybe you just lost inches and nothing happened with the scale. Well, you're losing fat.
Yeah. Maybe I'm going to say this in quotations here. Maybe you only lost a half of an inch on your hips. That's a half an inch of fat that you didn't have that you had before and now you don't. Okay. Right. So 30 days and then you make decisions on what's working or not. And it's not 7 days. It's not 14 days, 30 days at a minimum. And that's also being fucking consistent. Okay.
That's the thing. Yeah.
If you're tracking these things, doing these things every day, but you're not consistent with your nutrition and your exercise, then what the fuck?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
A lot of you guys want to slash your calories when you haven't even been consistent with the ones you have. So you're going to go lower, even though you can't even fucking hit the ones you are already at. Does that make sense? No.
Right. So on that note, like if you're struggling to consistently hit the calories that you've got for yourself, we need to look at why that is. Perhaps your calories are just set too low. For instance, maybe you're trying to eat 1,200 calories a day, right? And you're like, oh my God, 1,200 calories just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Well, what may be happening is you're certainly eating 1,200 calories a day for maybe 3 days of the week. But because you're depriving yourself so much on those 3 days, the other 4 days of the week, you're eating 2,500 calories. You're overeating as a result of that, which is canceling out any deficit you had created with a steep calorie deficit of 1,200 calories. So if you just give yourself consistently more calories, they say 500 calories more a day or something like that, just throwing that number out there, you're able to actually hit that number and you feel good with that number. Progress might be slower, but that's okay. Progress is supposed to be slow.
Yep. Absolutely. It's not supposed to be fast. I hear a lot, gaining weight, happens so fast. It's like, well, it doesn't really, or you're just not paying attention. That's the whole, you're not paying attention when
you didn't get 100 pounds overweight overnight. I am sorry, but you didn't.
Right.
You didn't do that in a month. You didn't do that in 6 months.
When you're trying to lose fat, you are so focused on the time. It's like time is so slow and it feels like it's taking forever because you're more aware.
And it will go slow if you're just focusing on the number on the scale. It will absolutely seem like an eternity if you're only focusing on the number on the scale. Now, people think weight loss and fat loss takes a long time. But it takes as long as it fucking takes, first and foremost. But I said something on my Instagram story yesterday, since I just came back from Hawaii. Like, think about it. Like, our universe is how many billions of years old? Okay. That is a long time. Taking 1 year to lose fat the right way to ensure that you know how to lose it and keep it off, that's a blink of an eye in the grand scheme of things. Mm-hmm. It really is. I don't know where I was going with that, but it just goes back to having realistic expectations. Honestly, You're not going to lose any significant amount of fat in 30 days. You're not. That's why when we do our coaching programs, I ask for a 6-month commitment minimum. Yeah. Because it takes time to establish behavior change and lifestyle change and to learn what works and what doesn't work and to unlearn all these fucking bad behaviors that we have around health, nutrition, and weight loss and mindset.
And what good does it do you to give up on yourself? Just because the scale went up, you're like, I'm just going to give up. Okay. Time's going to pass by anyway. You're just going to fucking give up. I mean, how does that, why? Yeah. Why do you want to do that to yourself? You're going to give up on your health? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because of a fucking scale? Because of a piece of plastic?
You're going to give up on your health and having a better life and a better quality of life and improving your longevity because the scale just has not been cooperating with you. Mm-hmm.
You're going to tell your kid just to give up because they got a F on a test or something, Yeah. You're like, oh, fuck it. You're a failure. Why bother? Kid. Why bother with your education? You should
fuck it. You're an idiot. Now. Yeah. You're hopeless. There's nothing you can do.
Right?
That's it. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. No, you wouldn't say that to your kid. So you need to stop saying that to yourself. Absolutely.
All right.
Let's see. The scale. It's easy for us to say here, we're coaches and we're saying this because first of all, we've gone through these things ourselves before we became coaches. And then after working with thousands of people one-on-one over the last few years, these are the things that people struggle with. And once they figure this stuff out, it's like night and day, the progress that they're able to make and just how much happier they are with the quality of their life.
I think, when did your relationship with the scale change, Matt?
August 5th, 2017 at 9 p.m. I'm just kidding.
Wow, you fucking remember that?
No, it was when I started working with a coach in 2015. And he was teaching me the if it fits your macros approach. So I was taking the macros approach where all foods worked into my body or my calorie goal. Because at that point I was tracking just carbohydrates. and everything. So yeah, it was around 2015 when I hired a coach of my own. And guess what we did? We had an Excel sheet. I had to track my weight every single day, and I sent it to him every single day, or it was on Google, so he was able to see it. I tracked my weight every single day, and he had it set up so it automatically created the graphs for us so we could see it spiking and going down. And he also had me track my body measurements, and he also had me do my progress pictures. Not only that, but we were doing some other cool shit too. We were tracking some other metrics that have nothing to do with that. We were tracking things like sleep, how much sleep I was getting at night. We were tracking how many workouts I got in during the week. We were tracking how much protein I was getting every day, because protein is, of course, the most important macronutrient. And for my goal, which was to lose fat and get stronger and build muscle, which is the goal for a lot of fucking people, protein was important, strength training was important, sleep and recovery was important. And we also tracked hydration. And another thing we actually tracked, which was very interesting, was how many meals I ate out.
Yeah.
We tracked how many meals we ate out. And that was an eye opener for me, because
we track that with clients too.
Yep. First of all, it's like, you don't know for sure how many calories is in that food that you're eating. They might have it listed on the menu, but that's probably not accurate. Maybe the chef that day used more cream than normal or something. Right. That's an extra couple hundred calories. So when we started limiting how much I ate out, I started making progress very, very fucking easily. I used to eat out every day for lunch at work. Literally, I would go to like Chipotle or some type of a taco place to get a burrito or something for lunch every single day. And I was like, no, this is cool. Like they fit my macros and this and this and this. But really it was just too inconsistent. And not only that, but it was expensive as fuck to eat out every day.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But also instead of looking at just the scale and not looking at body measurements and everything else too, how are you fucking feeling? Are you feeling good? Are your energy levels improving? Are you sleeping better? Are you better at managing your stress and emotions? Are you getting stronger in the gym? Are your lifts increasing? Those things are all great ways of measuring progress other than just the scale.
Yes.
Performance-based goals. I love performance-based goals. I really do.
Yeah.
Something
else to focus on.
Yeah. Hitting a squat PR, that feels better than losing 10 pounds of weight. Hitting a 10-pound squat PR, if I were to do that right now, and I wouldn't, it doesn't matter to me if I lost 10 pounds or not. Like a 10-pound PR would be fucking amazing, because that means I'm getting stronger and I'm building muscle, and that means I'm going to be healthier.
Yeah.
Because generally speaking, the more muscle we have, the healthier we're going to be in the long run, especially as we start getting older.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Beth? This is a topic that we talk about a lot, but
it won't be the last time we talk about it.
It won't be the last time. But we're talking about this because we have been getting a lot of comments and DMs about this. And I don't know if it's just the time of year, with diet culture rearing its ugly head back up. There's a lot of toxic bullshit going on out there with different types of programs and everything. So weight is always at the forefront of a lot of these programs. Things like Optavia and Herbalife and all these other programs. They just care about the weight loss. That's the only thing they market. They do these 30-day challenges where they literally will give you money if you reach your weight loss goal. And I just hate that stuff. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not doing anything to promote good behaviors.
No.
You can go on a crash diet and lose weight, but that crash diet is not going to be sustainable for you. And that every time you do a crash diet, you end up gaining the weight back. And for many people, you actually gain more weight back than you started with. Yep. It doesn't make sense. And we keep doing these things.
I know. We just want you guys to stop spinning your wheels.
We do.
It's hard because I know I've been there, and I know how you guys are feeling. I know, and that's why I just want you not to be in that place anymore. It's so freeing when you get to the other side. So that's my hopes for you guys. I hope you guys get something out of what we're saying today, and truly just trust the process and just do the work that you need to do, and just keep going, and don't give up on yourself because you saw a number spike, because that's normal.
Agreed. It's normal. If you take nothing away from this other than that, the scale going up when you're trying to lose weight is normal. And I would actually challenge you to reframe your thinking from losing weight to losing fat. And that's why you hear us talk about in our videos a lot about losing fat versus losing weight. And we get that question actually too. They're like, I've got a comment not too long ago. I noticed you talk about fat loss rather than weight loss a lot. Why is that? Well, everything we just talked about here today is why.
Yeah.
Let's lose fat. Let's not lose weight.
Yep.
I mean, you might lose weight and you probably will, but that shouldn't be the ultimate goal there.
Right. You want to lose fat and get strong as fuck.
There you go. Boom. Mic drop.
Damn. All right.
All right. Yeah, that's it. So next week, the episode that's going to be coming out after this one is going to be a New Year's special, everybody. So fucking, if you liked this one, stay tuned for that one because it's going to be a banger.
Do we have a couple announcements?
Ooh. What type of announcements are we thinking, Beth? Are we some of the stuff we just talked about before this?
Yes. Some winners. We have some winners.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, because we didn't really talk about this actually anywhere on any of our platforms, we did a challenge, right, Beth, for the month of November for our Patreon members. So what was the challenge?
It was a giving thanks challenge. And every day, like either me and Matt posted in the Patreon and asked everyone what they were grateful for or thankful for. And it was a challenge to win. 3 different people were going to win a $100 Amazon gift card if they were posting under our post every single day. What they were thankful for. So we have 3 winners. And Matt, I'm going to have you announce
You got it. So our winners, we have 3 of them. So we have Amy McGarland. Thank you, Amy. And Amy made an amazing, she wrote a song actually about the podcast.
That was the most heartfelt thing I've ever heard. And I can't tell you, like, that was epic, and we would love to post that shit everywhere. So if you're listening, we would love to post it everywhere. It was essentially the 12 days of Christmas, but cut the crap style, guys. And it was phenomenal. We both posted it on our stories, but oh my God,
I teared up. I was sitting in Hawaii in my hostel at 3:00 in the morning because you sent it to me, and I literally teared up. I was like, this is fucking incredible. I loved it. So Amy, good. Congratulations. Crystal Richards is our second winner.
Crystal.
And Christine McVeigh is our third winner.
Yay!
And we picked.
Congrats, you guys!
Yeah, congratulations to the winner. So we'll be contacting you to get your $100 gift card. And it was just about consistency. Like, let's show up for yourself. Let's show us a little bit of gratitude and be positive. And that's how we chose our winners. And also to everybody that participated in that monthly challenge for November, thank you so much. Like,
thank you guys.
I hope that you got something out of it. I know it's very easy for us to get caught up in the moment and just look at the negativity around us and get caught up in that stuff. The negativity is contagious. So if we just take a moment to breathe and to just reflect on what we're fucking thankful for, because we have a lot to be thankful for, it's gonna make a big difference in your mood.
Absolutely.
Focus on the good things that are happening and not the things that aren't happening.
Notice how many things happen in your life when you're more grateful. Just, think about it.
They should let us know. The winners we just announced, let us know if you've noticed any change in your mindset or the quality of your life, your happiness levels, and things like that. Now, we do giveaways like this from time to time or not giveaways, but challenges and I guess giveaways.
We gave away a kettlebell, I believe.
We've gave away kettlebells before because we did a step challenge before, and we're going to continue doing these things. So join our Patreon if you're interested in those type of things. We have some exciting plans for the Patreon in the new year. We're not going to announce them yet because we're still working on them, but it's an exciting time. Exciting things coming in store for the Cut the Crap podcast. And always, guys, we're going to practice a little bit of gratitude here. For everybody listening, we thank you so much. We couldn't be doing this without you. For everybody listening, tuning in, tagging us in the stories that you're posting, sharing it with your friends and family. We are so thankful for you. We are so thankful for you.
So thankful.
Couldn't be doing it without you. This is your podcast just as much as it is ours. And this is why we do it, because we are doing this for you guys.
Yep.
Absolutely. Beth, I think that's a good ending.
All right, that's a wrap.
Anything else? Yeah, that's a wrap, folks.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed this episode, so why not share with a friend who needs to hear it? Send us a DM on Instagram or email us at cutthecrappod@gmail.com and join our Patreon at patreon.com/cutthecrappodcast. As always, we appreciate you and thanks for being here.